Yeah. This is the worst one. And like it's just absolutely awful. It says Donnie is devastatingly smart and not afraid to let you know it. His intellectual self-assuredness may come across as arrogance, but it's just that his brain is thinking so many steps ahead that he's paralyzed with indecision. So like I hate this description of Donatello. This is not how I view Donatello at all. Donatello is usually like humble, and he's like the tinkerer, he's the mechanic, he's the guy like creating inventions for them. He's like their Q. It's like
I don't think
I don't
sassy
know.
nerd when I think
Yeah.
Donatello.
Yeah, and that's clearly what they were going with the design as well, with the big giant like 80s frame like girl glasses. I did see someone wearing them.
Actually glasses.
Yeah. I actually saw someone wearing them yesterday when I was visiting.
They wear them as a fashion statement.
I was like, whoa, that girl's got some, like they were literally this design, and they were like, the glasses were like bigger than her head. Like you can't miss it. It's like just stay, you just
and they're
like stop and
like
kind of stare like, what did I just see? Like what Rocky the Black Dragon? That's kind of what I was like.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is not Donatello. This is
like
not
Urkel.
who this character is. Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah, hey, it's me. Definitely 100%. But yeah, this is not. Let's keep staying on Donatello. We're gonna get to the worst part.
Oh right.
So they're like they clearly don't understand who Donatello is. Donatello was, I felt, kind of like the humble soldier who was always trying to maybe kind of like a little bit like a bridge between Leo and Raphael, but he was also obviously like loyal to Leonardo and wanted them to come together as a team and stuff like that. And he was always offering like his assistance and help, and he's
the middle kid.
He was the worker. He was the guy who was like doing the work too.
He's like, Malcolm in the middle. You know, he learns from the older kid and tries not to do the stupid crap that Mikey does. That's, you know, he's the middle kid. That's what Donatello always sounded like to me. Like he was a middle kid.
Yeah, and he's the guy who's like he does like to experiment and he likes to work on like he does like chemistry. He's doing the like again, he's the inventor, he's the mechanic. Like that's what he was doing, and he's not whatever this like he's not the like I feel like this is like something they brought out of like from the Flash and the CW stuff. Everyone needs like a Luther Stickle now. But Luther Stickle's cool. Like he's not like a geeky nerd. He's like a legit like criminal hacker who was like I guess he became a criminal hacker because he got like disavowed or whatever because of one of the things where he does and then he's brought on board or whatever. But he's like a cool like CIA hacker instead of like the kind of stereotype nerd like geeky person that they're trying to portray Donatello as now, and kind of how they do that in a lot of modern like
fashionably nerdy
YA shows now. But the worst part, so they get the weapon right at least. He uses the bow staff. That hard to mess that up. But then his dream is to become to be a game developer by day. So that goes with whatever like how they describe his biography here. And then he wants to be a K-pop star by night. Like what? No, absolutely not. I never viewed Donatello as wanting to be a K-pop star. And again, that goes against him like keeping his head down, working in the mechanics, like doing like I don't know. He's not like worried about what's happening with like pop culture. That's like kind of Michelangelo's realm.
Yeah, I was gonna say this feels more like Mikey's thing, and like you know, like where his says another thing, it would have been like if that was scratched out a little bit, and it said, and if that doesn't work out, being a K-pop star. You know, like that feels more like Mikey's thing to say. Like I want to do this reasonable thing, but if that doesn't work out, I'm gonna go crazy and become a rock star. You know that feels like his thing. Donatello's like, I'll be a game developer by day and senator by night. I feel like he's the guy to be like, I'll write laws, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like the leader. He's the guy who's gonna which they do get him right. But yeah, Sam Goyer here is like Donatello's humble. Yes, he's always like all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff I've seen, he's usually he's the humble guy, and he does kind of struggle to relate because he's so into his work and the work that he's doing.
But he's arrogant in this.
Yeah, apparently, or it comes across as arrogance. And he's kind of got like a superiority complex almost, it sounds like. And they're trying to play it off as like, but then they play it off as like it's his brain coming 2 steps ahead in these parallels. So it doesn't even make sense. The whole biography is like almost contradictory because he's not afraid to let you know it, meaning he clearly has like this self-confidence, but then it says he's paralyzed with indecision. It's like, well, why would he not be afraid to let you know it if he's paralyzed with indecision? Those two don't make sense. Whoever wrote this doesn't understand the character. Is like they look like what one sentence, two sentences that contradict each other. And this is that this is coming from Seth Rogen and his team, and the movie's gonna have this bad level writing on it too.
Oh, I can hear his laughter. Oh.
Yeah. Hey, it's me 100%. This thinks of Big Bang Theory levels of understanding the culture. Yeah, it's all superficial. No actual respect for the characters, and it's just like, let me put it on a t-shirt kind of thing, rather than telling the story and having like the interesting characterizations and everything like that.
Now listen to how empty the others are.
Sam Goyer says Michelangelo is the one who wants to be a rocker or surf star. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. I think the next one's Leo. I actually think they get Leo right. Leo's the leader. Well, he dreams of leading his brothers to become an unstoppable crime fighting team. So what if no one takes him seriously? So that last part, I guess, is a little, I don't really like that, because his brothers do take, like Donatello does take him seriously. Raphael takes him seriously too. That's why they butt heads all the time. Michelangelo doesn't take anything seriously. So sure. But I mean, the turtles I know, they do take each other seriously. And like, that's what leads to the conflicts between Leonardo and Raphael, is because they do take each other seriously.
But listen to how empty that is.
Yeah.
Compared to what you just read in Donatello's thing, that explains, even if it's conflicting, it explains a little more deep about what he's up to, what his motivating factors are. And Leonardo's like, I just want to stand in front of everybody. That's it. And I feel like this cheats that character, kind of maligns him into just being the Superman character they have today that just does Batman's dirty work. I feel like that's what Leonardo's going to end up doing, is that he's the straight man and he's trapped in that role of cleaning up his brother's messes, because that's the character they've decided to strap onto him, when he was a lot deeper than that.
Yeah,
he's deeper.
He's the one that really does bring them together. He reaches out to, he understands them. He unites them as a team, and he also leads by example. He's the one that's dedicated to the swordsmanship, but he also has to, like, because all of his brothers do have different personalities, he has to be able to inspire them on different levels and bring them together as a team and make them work as a cohesive unit, especially when Splinter's not there to kind of whack him with the stick to keep him in line. And so there is a lot of depth to that, and there's a lot that goes into being a leader that obviously they don't kind of put on here. And again, it's on the back of a toy box, so I'm not like expecting them to like be super in depth on it. But I think you got a point there. But for the most part, this one's pretty on point, except for the part that like no one takes him seriously. So to me, and then like, the way he looks, they're like, he's like, I think you're right. He's gonna be the butt of a lot of jokes.
Yep, they're gonna make him the boring one, and that's bad in my opinion, because he was right along with the other turtles the whole time. He was partying with them, eating pizza. It was just when it was time to get serious, he was the first one to do it. That was really the only thing that made him the leader, was that he could snap to faster than the other ones did.
Yeah, Sam Goyer says only one who questions Leo's authority is Raphael. Yeah, which makes great drama. Like the fact that Raphael and they do butt heads. Kids do butt heads with each other,
especially teenage brothers. That's like, there's so many television shows about that thing alone.
Yeah, I didn't have a brother, but I definitely butted heads with my sister a lot as well. So it's just siblings in general, like butt heads with each other, especially if you're close in age. And then, but yeah, Donatello and Michelangelo did always respect his leadership. Michelangelo might have been like goofing off, and when Leonardo's like, it's time to get serious, Michelangelo was like, okay, it's time to get serious.
Right.
Felsbug says the original cartoon explained it all in a 1-minute song. Yep.
Like this could have been really, really simple, right? Like really simple fix. Well, he wants to be. He dreams of leading his brothers, and in order to do that, he gets to know them. Leonardo has your back. You know, that kind of, it says right there. And it says, and the final line is, he's young, but he's still trying to, he's young, but he's passionate. And there it is. Done. You have a much more clearer idea of who this character is, instead of being, oh, he's the boring one. Okay.
Yep.
Whatever. That's just me. I just.
Yeah, I really do. I just want to echo this. That I really think what you kind of like kind of pointed out is that there's going to be a lot of jokes about him. He's going to be the butt of a lot of jokes. All right, let's see. Raphael. This is my favorite. Raphael's my favorite. I'm Team Raphael here. I've always liked Raphael. I like the loners.
Well, he's the one who
I like
decided to dress
Vegeta.
up and go walk among people. Remember?
Yeah. But that's always just kind of been the character templates I've always kind of been. I gravitated towards. I like Vegeta. I like Bakugo. I like those type of characters that are kind of like, I'm going to do it my way. I might make mistakes, but I'll figure it out myself, kind of thing.
The Lance.
Yeah. So Raph likes to break things, which what? I don't know. No,
a better line would have been Raphael. He's trying to prove himself. And the next line is, but he doesn't know to who yet.
Right. Yeah. He's definitely always trying to prove himself. And he's also got this kind of like quiet anger to him.
Because he doesn't know what he's proving himself for.
Right.
That was a constant thing. It's his inadequacy. It wasn't to do with Leonardo or Splinter. He just had this internal belief that he could do more, and he wasn't.
Right. Exactly. Yes. So it says, in fact, his biggest goal is to punch someone so hard they throw up. What?
This is like I took a class on boys.
He just wants to like
hurt people.
Violent. Yeah, he wants to hurt people for hurting people's sake. That's not what Raphael does. I mean,
teenage mutant aggravated assault. Teenage mutant aggravated assault.
Yeah, jeez.
What is this?
We need to like this is like short. We need to do that as a short.
I saw a movie about teenage boys, and they are just little violet hellions. So that's what we're gonna make Raphael. He's a little violet hellion. Nobody has kids worked on this. That's clear. That's obvious right now.
And not only do they didn't watch the original movies or the original cartoon or read the books, like read the comic book. Jeez.
You can watch a 10-minute YouTube video and understand all of them better than this right here.
I think who said it here? Felsbook says the original cartoon explained it all in a 1-minute song. Yeah. Beneath his hard head and tough exterior is a sensitive turtle just looking for someone to talk to. Hits me is laughing at that sensitive fail. Yeah, I definitely get that. That's clearly a signal they're showing us. But if I'm trying to read this in the most charitable form, I would say that he does have that kind of like sensitivity on the inside, especially when it comes to April and how he deals with April and everything like that. Because she does kind of like get into him. He does have that like stoicism, but he can relate to her and everything in the end. But yeah, to me, I think you're kind of right with that. Hey, it's me. It's everything else you're reading here, it's definitely a signal that they are going to just kind of like
he's a bully,
emasculate him, and he's a bully. Yep.
He's gonna be the bully, and his thing is that he probably won't have a crush on April, and you know what that means.
Yeah. All right. I hate this. Is the worst design.
This is awful. This really is awful.
So awful. I just can't stand it.
It looks like Willie Nelson soaking ringing wet. That's all I can see here is a drowned rat Willie Nelson.
With the yellow, the bandana that he wears.
Yeah, and then his pigtails.
It's not only his bandana, but it's like I see it. Oh my gosh, I did not see it. That's all I see.
It's like a half drowned Willie Nelson. That's all I see.
Yeah, Sam Goyer's like Raphael struggles with his temper. Seth Rogan, Raph likes to break things. Inhales and coughs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
Like it's clearly zero understanding of these characters. Yeah, Jimmy Cobb on point. They really don't understand any of the characters of the Turtles, and they don't even. The designs are just awful, so bad, like just incredibly terrible. Like
listen to how miserable Mikey's life sounds when you read this.
Yeah, Mikey's the comedian. Okay. Too bad his brothers don't think he's that funny. He might not be the best at ninjutsu or waking up on time or even hygiene, but you can always count on Mikey's positive attitude.
What happened to him? That sounds horrible. That is a horrible horrible way to live. His brothers reject him. He's not good at anything they're good at, and he doesn't take care of himself. But hey, he's always on the up because the alternative is a rope. That's a horrible message to have behind a character. That's like it's like they looked at Robin Williams, the tragedy of Robin Williams, and they were like, we can make that funny, right? We can make that funny. And that's what this is what this character is. That's so sad. That is such a sad life.